Hey everybody, it's Returned RS. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be free-to-play bank organization. Again, you guys have 175 spaces as free-to-play players do. You can increase that if you use bonds to buy bank space, but I wouldn't suggest that because then you're going to be hovering around the 800 million mark to get more bank space as a free-to-play player, and with that money you could probably just be a pay-to-play player and get the free bank spaces anyways. Stick around to the end of the video to see if you guys like how the bank is organized, or if you guys have any tips or tricks, throw them down in the comments down below, and just let's get started on this. As you can see, we have our bank interface open here, and at the bottom we're going to go to the cleanup filter. Now this, obviously I don't have a lot going on here, but from the balloon event I do have a few items that I don't really need cosmetic wise, so all you have to do is delete these items. If you wish to keep them for RuneScape, that's up to you, but you can reclaim all these items at Diango in Draenor. So you know me, I don't like to waste your time, so what I'm going to do is just give you a few suggestions. Obviously I reset my bank just to show you guys that I'm doing this with you, because honestly I needed to reorganize my bank, so I decided to make a video because why not? For a free-to-play player, there isn't really many options there. You don't have as many skills as the pay-to-play players, so I would suggest, like, on your first tab, any commonly used items. For me, that's going to be the Ring of Kingship, so I can go dungeoneering. I also have my fire staff and my nature runes in the first bank tab. For a high alch, anything that you guys do on a daily basis that you guys always consistently use, that's what you should put in your first tab. Alright, tab number 2 should be your PVM gear, such as your rune armor, your mystics, your blue d'hide if you guys are maxed out in free-to-play combat gear. If not, just put any armor that you have available there just to give yourself a little bit of organization. Moving on to the third tab, it should be your PVM supplies. If you have your gear ready, you should have a little bit of supplies on the side, so as you can see here in the video, I'm putting my brass key in there if I want to have access to hill giants. I'm going to put any extra amulets or any extra lower tier gear that I have left in the bank that I don't feel like selling off right away. I'm going to throw in there as well, maybe even some food. And free to play, swordfish is the best food that you can get. I think anchovy pizzas might differ from that. I'm not entirely sure. It's been a few years. But returning players, you guys know swordfish is pretty decent and free to play. So yeah, pretty much anything extra, any old PVM gear that I don't need right away, I'll put it in the third tab. If I have to sell that off later, I will. But yeah, so your third tab's going to be your PVM supplies. Alright, let's forget about the PVM stuff for right now. Your fourth tab is going to be your skilling tab. And I just want to do a quick tip for you guys. Just remember that it's 2022. All your ores and all your bars should go in your metal bank, so that should not be in your bank whatsoever. That should save you some space. But other than that, your skilling tab, so you know, your logs, whatever else you may be collecting or using to skill, pretty much all non-combat. Fuck. Stretch. Alright, so your fifth tab is going to be for your drop tabs. I don't know. Maybe you're camping KBD and free to play. Maybe you just discovered the mole, like I did previously 2 weeks ago. The tab is going to be for whatever you want it to be, but it's mostly going to be like a collect all. So, you know, your bones, whatever drop tables you get off of the monsters, that's going to be your fifth tab. So your sixth and final tab is going to be your untradeable items. So in free to play, this is very niche down. There isn't that many, but I would suggest using your proteins that you haven't used. Maybe save them from double XP. Blurite ore, just because if you go to pay to play, you're gonna need that for some other things. Quest reward items, you know, like the Silverlight you might need later in life. I don't know. Titles that you guys have won. Anything that is untradeable would be your sixth and final tab. Okay, you got me. I know this isn't the most detailed guide, but this is just for returning players, any new players to the game, just to give you guys some basic information on bank organization. Now, I do want to say that there is a few other ideas here. I didn't take up all the tabs. You guys know that you can make more tabs than this, so maybe you guys could do a money-making tab, for instance. I do have a lot of green hide there in the bank. Alright, one last final tip to this video is to just sell anything you don't need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out my bank, fully organize it, get back to you, and show you exactly how much money I made in just miscellaneous items in my bank that I was not using. So we're finishing up selling all the items that we didn't need in our bank, and as you can see here, I'm going to withdraw from the money pouch right away and show you guys that it's about an extra 824k that I didn't have. Not that I needed it, but and free to play, that's pretty good. So just remember, guys, to organize your bank. Hopefully this video helped you. I hope these tips and tricks did help you organize a little bit. I'll see you guys in the next video. Anybody that made it to the end, I just want to say thank you so much. The channel's been blowing up with subscribers. I just wanted to say thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.